Hello. Okay, so this is a mobility sequence that is perfect for the lower back. So if you know you've got a little bit of tightness, or you're sitting down at your desk all day, or you just know you need some mobility in your life, then this would be amazing for you. So we're going to go through some movements. I'm going to show you each one separately, and what I mean by that, and I'm not going to do it like how long I normally would say to do it for. So what I mean is I will be saying, hey, do this 4 times each side at least. And so if you want to do longer, do longer. So if you like, hey, I loved those ideas, those stretches, write them down, chuck them up on your fridge, and then you can be like, cool, that one's called thread the needle with rotation. I know what she means. And then if you need any remembering what the moves are, you can just go along, save the video, come back to it and be like, cool, those are the moves. So this is always there for you, and this will be a great mobility sequence. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to start off with thread the needle with rotation. One of the things I'll say, if your body is in pain at all, please do not push into the movement. It's your body saying no thank you. So if you're doing a stretch and you're like, oh, just push a little bit further and then that hurts, please don't. So just go into a stretch, but don't push into pain. If you want any more discussion around that, if you want more from me, I can definitely talk to you about it more, but that's the simplest way to do it. If it hurts, don't push into it, and if it feels good, then really go into that stretch and make sure it feels nice. Okay, all right, thread the needle with rotation, hands and knees. We're going to take one hand off, keeping that arm straight. I'm going to bend this other one, see how this one bends towards you guys, and then I'm stretching through. We're going to hold this for 4 seconds, and then you're going to come up and add that rotation, holding. Now, you can go back and do the same side, or you can swap sides. So it's totally okay to swap sides. 4 seconds, and then we come up, and it's a really beautiful hold. I wonder if I should come back just a little bit more so you can see. And then what I should say is, say if we're doing this one again, and you might only get to here because it is really tight through the thorax. That's the ribcage movement platform. So you might only be here, that's fine. The aim of the game is to see how far up you can go and go into that stretch. So coming through, so this is thread the needle, 4 seconds, and then come up and hold that stretch. So you want to be doing at least 4 times each side. If you can do more, that's amazing. Let's just aim for at least 4 each side. Your next one we're going to do is child's pose. So we're going to go knees wide, feet together, stretching down into it. So and if you want, so you might be here, if you want, try to take those hands a little bit further forward. Try keep the butt on your feet if you can, and just breathe into it. Now we can do 4 seconds here. I keep my hands down, I come up, and then we just keep the feet together and we just stretch there into it, holding there 4 seconds, and then push back down, stretching down. I'm just wiggle my hands a little bit further forward again, and then we come up. And again, don't push into the lumbar spine and lower back, don't like shove forward. It should just be really gentle. And again, don't push into pain. Coming back. So you do this again at least 4 times with this stretch, and then coming forward into the froggy part of it. Now, what we can also do, if you're not feeling much, what you can do, take those feet also wide, so now the feet are straight behind my knees. I'm going to bring my hands further forward, and we're going to stretch back into that stretch so it still feels really nice. And then I come forward, and then now I can actually go quite a lot further forward. It doesn't feel sore. I'm just breathing into that stretch. I'm not pushing down into my hips too hard, into my lumbar spine. It's just a gentle stretch. 4 seconds, and then you'd come back again. So we'll do that at least 4 times as well. And then what you can do again, if you want more, if your body wants more, take those toes out. And so now we're going to go, so I'm on the sides of my feet and I stretch back. So now, see, that's way tighter for me. It's more of a groin stretch. And then we're coming forward, and then see, now I can actually even go further again, but don't push into it. So just whatever feels right for your body. Coming back, I'm just going to show you one more time. And then coming forward. Just remember 4 seconds, at least 4 times. Now, one other one we can do here, and this is really good for the lats, is you're going to go back into that child's pose, and then take the hands to one side, so both hands will go to that one side. Let's say you've gone to the left, so then you'll take your right hand over the left, and you just breathe into it there. You can hold this 10-20 seconds, breathing into it. And then I would come back to center, So I go down a little bit further, I wiggle my hands, so I go a little bit further, and then I would go to the other side. Let's say I've gone to the right, and then you take your left hand over the right. And so we're looking for that stretch down through the lats, through the lateral side of your body. And then you'd go back to center, and I'd actually hold that child's pose again and see if you go a little bit deeper. And you can keep going back between left, center, right, and keep changing through it, but you don't have to, whatever feels right for you. All right, we're also gonna do, I'm gonna go this way. Sorry, that was me thinking. I'll go this way for you. So 90-90. So with 90-90, my feet are going the same direction, but front leg, I've got going straight ahead and then across, so there's my 90 degrees. My back leg is going straight out and then down, and there's my 90 degrees there. So what you're gonna do is I kind of say to people, come up, so lift that chest up and then come forward. So forward and down, breathe into it, don't go too far, go down to what's right for you. So you might be up here and you're like, okay, that's how tight I am, that's fine. You'd hold for 4 seconds, then you'd come back up. You might be all the way down, being like, oh, it's a beautiful stretch and it's amazing. Bring the arms forward if you need, hug it in. And then same thing, 4 seconds, you'd come back up and then you'd go again. So it's just a really nice routine for this one. If you want more, and I will talk you through this, you can add the arms into it. So for example, you could kind of do like that thread the needle one as you come forward, and you can also do the other way as well, coming down. You can add that if you want, but you don't have to. We can also add some arm reaches up and over these ways. Again, you don't have to. This is just if you like, oh, I do want more. There's always options. Just remember, always check the other side. So same thing, 90-90, setting it up. And then I'll see if it's still quite tight. Sometimes one side's tight on the other. So yeah, on this side, there's my distance. I can't quite go all the way down today. And then come back down. So a 4 second hold. And then come back up. So just remember at least 4 times, and that's a really beautiful stretch. We're gonna go into, this is one of my favorite glute stretches. So you actually start on the elbows, and I just take my knees back a little bit so it's underneath my hips now. Straighten your, I want to say right, but I know it's going to look left because I've got it in selfie mode. So this is my right leg. And then I take it over across my left, and then I stretch on down into it. So as you can see, when I went up and over, I moved my elbows towards my knee, and I'm breathing into it there. You can actually, I'll go a little bit further. You can hold, honestly, I love this stretch. 10-20 seconds, feels amazing. And then you would come up. So you can go back onto your hands if you want, and then same thing, straighten across, and then it's just breathing into it, don't push too far. With this one, I will just show, you might be here and you might not be able to go any further, and this might be your stretch. Please know that's totally okay. It's always to what feels right to your body. When you want more, just move those elbows, see how they go closer to my knee as I stretch that leg out, so then I end up with my elbows beside my knee, and that's how we get a bit more of a stretch into it. And that's a really good glute stretch. And again, try to do that at least a couple of times each side. I would like 4 times each side, but you're holding it longer, so I don't mind if it's only a couple, and that's why I said that. I'm also going to go into, the last one I think I'll do today with this one will be a walking piston. Oh, actually, let's do a kneeling one instead. I will show you both. Let's do that. 1 foot forward. All you're going to do with that 1 foot forward, you straighten it, and we're just going to tilt from the hip and just stretch down there. Now we can add to this. Put the foot down, come forward, beautiful stretch forward, really nice. Come back, tilt, 4 seconds there, breathing. Come forward, and this is a really nice movement. So we're getting into, hopefully, hip flexor quad on the other side. So let me show you this side. Foot goes forward, straighten it. So let's tilt, stretching there. Foot goes down, and up we go. It's a really nice stretch. And then coming back. So I'll just do one more time. Tilt from the hips, try to keep the back nice and straight. My calf is what's stopping me on this one. And then come forward, arms come up. And then what I will do, just so, because I did mention it, I will need to change my camera angle, that's all. Show you walking piston. Oh God, that's right, doesn't chop my head off. So with walking piston, taking 1 foot forward, I soften the other knee. This one is straight, hip hinge, keeping my back nice and straight, try to, and stretch into here. Drive back up, so walking, see how it's walking piston, and we just breathe into it, hips going back, stretching into it. And again, there, so same thing, you'd go at least 4 times each side, 4-second hold, and you're just walking forward as you do each one. And there you go, there is some mobilizers to really help the lower back and just really get the body moving better, and it should help with the tightness in that area. If you need more, we can definitely help you out. And if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to touch base, comment below, whatever suits you. Cool, cheers, thanks guys.